these are the sounds of the Hideous musical bliss kids. We're gonna give it to you like this.
7 deuce for Hampus is gonna play the 7 deuce game.
80. 80, raise 80.
Hampus, you've been passive for a while now, Hampus, so maybe you actually have a good hand.
Call.
Okay. And
I believe we've just heard from Jufi as well that we are going to get a chip count after this hand for 5 minutes, just to make sure that all the graphics are correct and stuff for you guys at home.
check, yeah?
Flop is going to come Ace 10 5 with 2 hearts.
Bet.
No one holding any hearts though, so Moritz is out of there. 7 deuce game still in play for Hampus, who is going to raise over Will's bet. And of course, this flop has not hit Kim or Will. Kim's going to fold. Will, oh excuse me, Will has hit the ace. It's been a long evening, I'm a few beers down, folks, so please forgive me. The deuce is going to hit Hampus. That's a horrible turn for Hampus. I don't feel like it gives him any more hope with his hand at this point after the call from Will on the flop. Again, Will could be repping a 10. He could have king 10, queen 10, jack 10. He could also, of course, have any ace here. And he's going to check over to Hampus, and Hampus is not convinced. Hampus is going to fire again for much bigger.
650.
650, the dealer announces. And Will, I imagine, just going to flat call again. No reason for him to fold or re-raise. The optimal play here is to call. Because again, think about if you're in Will's spot here. Hampus could just have hearts. There's a lot of hands that Will is still beating in this spot. But Will in the tank here, I feel like in his spot he's feeling, do I call or do I fold? It's not call or raise. And no speech play from Hampus, which is a rarity so far this evening. Is the 7 deuce going to get through? The reach for the chips. Will, aka Hideous, slots with the 89% equity here in a tough spot, and he does make the call, and it's a good one. Now the river. Hampus needs a 7 or a deuce, and he will not get it. Hideous slots gets the check mark, and now he has the option, and it's a check. Hampus shoves. And wow, what a tough spot. Of course, Hampus has the largest stack.
Silence.
And what's Will gonna do here? A lot of people would say he's pot committed. Just short of 900 euros behind for a 5,000 euro pot, but of course a lot of that is including Hampus's 3,000 euro all in. But a very, very difficult spot. And the wig comes off as well.
The wig is off.
Just got real.
Shit got real. picks up all the wings.
Can Hampus get the shove through? Of course, him saying all in psychologically makes it a bit more daunting for Will here. And with the tank on the turn, probably hasn't helped Will in this situation as well, because Hampus knows he's not super strong in this spot.
Why am I in this situation?
You hear him in the back. Is this the
This is 15 minutes.
good?
No, it's
Because
not
otherwise
this hand.
it
It's
will
not
be.
this hand.
Hampus has the best hand.
But I think we're closing in on like 6-7 minutes.
Oh, sorry, do I need to make a decision?
No,
I'll hurry up. I'll hurry up.
No, Will, it's okay.
No, I'll hurry up.
No, this is a big hand.
Do the right.
It's just kind
Take
of
your
like,
time.
oh.
It is one of the biggest pots of the evening.
take
It's
your
a
time,
very
it's
tough
okay.
spot. A lot of combos that Hampus could have here with the way he's
You
been
are allowed to
repping
show your hand as well.
his hand.
But no one else is allowed to commentate on it if he shows.
Of course.
So I can turn my cards over and it won't.
Yeah, it won't kill your hand. If you want.
Hampus has not even looked at Will's hand. But everyone else has.
I'm gonna fold it.
And he folds!
Bitches!
And he shows the 7 deuce.
Sorry. I was just excited about 7.
A gut shot for Will. And now everyone also owes Hampus 50 euros, of course, with the 7 deuce game.
You humped us all.
My heart was actually beating because I was actually scared of you. And
When I turned it over, you must have thought, well, he's got me beat.
I didn't look at it.
Yeah, Hampus saying he didn't look.
With 7 deuce. No, nobody lost with 7 deuce and 8 deuce. Every time someone.
And Will is going to be gutted.
He was playing, I think, but he folded.
I don't like it. I haven't had a single 8 deuce or 7 deuce. Didn't even have the chance.
7 deuce comes out on top. I believe right now we will have a short break in play for the chip count, just to make sure the graphics are correct and are as accurate as possible. So please hold fire, don't go anywhere.
5 minutes.
And during this little break, we actually have the man, the myth, the legend as well.
Yeah, but not now.
I need to.
That will happen.
And we do have Will in the presence. Will, how are you doing after that tough hand?
I just got caught up in that hand. I think I just got carried away, and I think I haven't felt like I've had many sort of good starting hands. Like towards the start of the evening, I wasn't really playing a lot of pots. I was playing quite tight, and then I wanted to be more involved. Just got ace 9. The flop hits. I didn't put Hampus on ace 10, ace jack, ace queen, or anything like that. But obviously I knew it was a possibility, and he's a little bit of a wild card. I know he's quite bold and bolshy. I mean, it was the final insult when he turns over 7-2, and I have to give him an extra 50 quid on top of it. Good fun, but yeah, like obviously a massive mistake on my half.
Well, the thing
feel
is,
like a schmuck there.
At the end of the day, it's very easy to make a decision when you can see everyone's cards. I think in your spot, it's a tough call. I think the only thing I would say is you're kind of pot committed from.
Oh yeah, I was definitely pot committed. I think I must have been. I think at that point I was sort of. I don't know how much I put into the pot. I must have been over 1,000 into the pot myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably should have
But
done
at
it.
the end of the day, like on another day, he could have ace king there. He can have ace queen there that you're obviously drawing dead to, pretty much.
Yeah, but that would have been true. If that was the case, I was drawing dead from the flop, and like it's just, I think a lot of the time, just having the time and sitting there, you can spend too much time overthinking it, and then sometimes if you just sort of like also if you got a big stack, if you outstack them, then a lot of the time that you've got a feeling in your gut what you put them on before the flop comes out, and then you just kind of stick with it, and then it's a different game entirely. When you're sitting there, and it's Hampus, he's such a character. He's such a really and he's got a lot of balls, and but also he knows how to play poker. So he would very much I wouldn't have been surprised if it had been like hiding like ace 10, ace jack, ace queen, ace king, all of which beat me. So yeah. Obviously now dissecting it now, it feels like a terrible hand, but it's still good fun anyway.
At the end of the day, you've still got chips on the table. You're still alive.
I've just got some more chips. So yeah, I've rebought again. So
how much are you in for now then?
That's another 2.5. So that'll be like.
Oh wow, we've got them in the flesh here. So
so it'd be like, I think that makes me like 8 grand in overall. Is that right?
Is that right? How much did you buy him for originally?
1.5, 2, 2.5.
Wow. So you have 3 rebuys in?
Yeah.
Of course, because you came in with the wig, the black wig.
I've worn 3 wigs this evening, and
Well, what's your next one?
Like surely after 3 that you don't have to do any forfeits. Like the shame is enough. The shame is enough having been embarrassed. The interesting thing is actually I'm gonna be really I kind of think I won't live this down for like not playing good poker. But obviously the thing is, when you know these guys, when you've met them and you've had beers with them and stuff like that, it's a whole different sort of atmosphere. And you can sit there and go how you would play. The way this game is panning out is nothing like the sort of games that you would play. The super tight games that you play maybe when you're playing online. Playing live poker is totally different.